If you're looking for very manly, very rough, tough and tumble type of tobacco fragrance, you got to look at this one. Red tobacco from the house of Mancera. Welcome to my place. My name is Dave. A subscriber, Otis Geek, I think that's his name or handle. He was asking for Mancera red tobacco and our lemon mint. But now, for you that are not familiar with Mancera, it is I think it's a Middle Eastern house, right? They have lots of fragrance every year. They also own Montel and Mancera, their sister companies, Montel. Both of them are famous for their beast mode type of fragrance. Now, not every bottle are beast mode, but a lot of them are beast mode, meaning it lasts a long time, it projects very strongly, and this one is a beast for sure. I also have here Dolce Gabbana, the one. This is a EDP version, but any of the version, the EDP, EDT, and also I think Royal Nights and Mysterious Nights, they do have a certain amount of tobacco notes in them. But just for comparison, it's on the very lighter side. It's very smooth, it's sweet, easygoing, dating type of fragrance. Now, this one is Victorian tobacco from the House Galleria Parfum. This tobacco is a lot more permanent. You can smell it, it's stronger. Okay, but now you're talking about the king. I gotta say, it's the king of the rough and tumble tobacco, red tobacco. After I spray it right around the top. Oh, by the way, the bottle, they all look the same, the shape. Some of them is screw cap. This one is a screw cap. The newer one is magnetic. I have a whole bunch from this house. Probably I have the most bottle in the collection is this one, the mancera. Okay, so I'm quite familiar with a lot of not most, but a lot of their offerings. No matter how many I own, I cannot catch up to how many fragrances they produce every year. Spare is always good. The longevity is almost always good. Always project. Right on top, they're not kidding when they tell you the red tobacco is dark. Tobacco is harsh. It comes through very strong. And the spice will come in too. The spice is going to be from that saffron, cinnamon, and incense. But you know what? That combination, I feel it just resembles leather. And it's a rough and tumble leather as well. So what I'm getting on the top right away, without any lead up to it, is going to be strong, harsh, spicy tobacco with leather. You could tell it's a very dark type of scent. It's very I keep using the rough because some of the tobacco and leather you could say is very smooth, like sweet, sweet type of tobacco. Some of them like this is the roughest one. So I think it's more macho and manly if you're looking for that. But when I first bought it, well, did I introduce myself? My name is Dave. Welcome to my place. Very good to have you here though. Now, when I first bought it, the first few wearings, I was very disappointed. I thought the perfumer forgot to finish the product. They just half baked and just, threw it out there for us to get. I did not like it because I was so used to the smoother type of tobacco. But after many wearings, then I get it. I get it. It is a variation of the tobacco. It is a rough type of tobacco. It is very, imagine a leather that is not smoothed out. It's just raw high. When you touch it, it's very rough. That's how this tobacco and leather comes through. That's the feeling I'm getting. But because of its darkness, what I get is, now the saffron is coming out very strong as well. And the sweet cinnamon, okay. Yeah, and also in the back, let's say in the front, right away dominating the king is the tobacco note, and then next to it is the leather. But then on the back, let's say the rooks or the foot soldiers, you get some fruity from the pear, from apple, a little bit of floral, just a bit, some sweet vanilla, but it's not overly sweet. The sweet, I think, is combination of both the cinnamon and the vanilla. You get some other woodiness, some musk in the back, but no doubt the front standing right straight at you is going to be the tobacco. And I always think that it's kind of punching me in the nose, especially in the first few minutes, the opening. A lot of time they will smooth it out and let you go into it softly, right? Give you a little time to adjust. But this one, no, it's just punching me right away. Every time I wear it, and I learned to enjoy that, and I actually really enjoy it. From this house, this is one of my favorite. Like I said, I have so many bottles. I don't know, like 20 plus bottles. This is up there. This is has to be up there. Along with I really enjoy Cedra Brase and the AO exclusive. But number one is gonna be Gold Prestigium. That's my like all-time favorite. One of my all-time favorite, but top three of any house. But this is up there for the Mancera house. Okay. Now, for me, the scent doesn't really change out that much just because the tobacco would stay through prominent from beginning to the end. And the other note just die down a little bit. And the sweets will come in more. I think the vanilla, maybe adding, the cinnamon, also some amber to give it some sweet. Yeah, but mostly I'm getting a lot of incense too though, and which is really really good. Tobacco, incense, leather, spicy saffron, sweet cinnamon, some fruity nuances. So that's basically it. There's a lot of stuff in there. It packs a punch, but to my nose, it doesn't really transition or change out that much. They stick to their name Brit tobacco, which is good. Which is really what I'm looking for, and I'm glad they punched me in the nose. It says red tobacco. The bottle is red. I do get that it's more of a rouge type of color. It does bring me to that. Now, the imagery I get, I was gonna say was when I smell this, a lot of time I'll feel as if walking in a room, let's say in an old castle, and they have burning woods. Always, I'm always thinking about the burning woods in the chimney, and there'll be two guys sitting on the those rough sofa. They'll be chatting, but then there will be smoking pipe of tobacco. There will be some fresh tobacco on the side, dry fresh tobacco. There will be a bowl of fruit or something, some floral, on the edges, on the corner of the room. Yeah, that's what I get. Maybe drinking some alcohol, but I don't smell any booziness in here. Okay, but it's just a setting, the atmosphere I'm getting, and it's a dark room with just with the fire from the fireplace that's lighting the room, and they're talking about some more serious. All right, this is not a fun and game type of fragrance. This is a I would say more mature, but it's not outdated. It's not like like old, not in a bad way, but it doesn't smell old. It's a more of a modern take for sure. This is a modern type of scent. The classics I always think about the aldehydes. I would think the strong oak moss. But this is none of that. This is a more of a modern take with a cinnamon sweet, strong tobacco. It's very, some people say it's hard for them to take. Actually, when I wore this and I met a couple guys, they told me you were wearing something very strong. And I didn't realize it. I only did like a couple spray. I never go more than 2 spray on this. That's enough to fill the room. They could smell it from across the room. That's how powerful this is. It is a beast. All right, it's absolutely a beast. So the couple guys told me I have very strong stuff, and I don't think they meant it as a compliment. It is too much for them to take, and it wasn't a serious gathering or anything. So I just wore it, just see. To me, I was used to it, so I didn't think about it. I enjoyed it. It was a weekend, but those couple guys, yeah, they felt the same way, both of them. So with that in mind, it's not really as versatile. Just be careful where you wear this. Maybe try it with your family first. You can see how it is, but this is for sure a cool weather type of scent. For sure, I don't even think about this in the warm weather. The weather is cooling down now. It was like 90, 100 plus, and then now it's about 75 ish. So I'm starting to wear this, and that's why I'm bringing it out. And also for you, Oli Geek. That's a cool name. Well, now you know about this one. Just be careful if you're newbie to the fragrance hobby. You're new to it. This is gonna be rough. this is gonna be rough. Even though for me, I don't think it's rough at all. Some might say it's overly aggressive. I kind of get it. It is a rough type of scent. It is, you know, it has rough edges. Okay, and it's sometimes I feel like I said, it's half baked, but it's not. I think that is their intention, give you something that's very aggressive. Right? So yeah, it does bring some similarity to Carlisle, but this one is a lot like this is this is more manly. This is very, I can imagine a cowboy smelling like this, or smoking a pipe or a cigar, tobacco, riding horses, something like that. Especially with the leather in here, it's just an atmosphere that I get. Okay, so it's great. I like I said, it's one of my top fragrance from the house as well. So the winter time for sure, I love to wear this and then walk under a forest or something in the cold morning. Man, this is gonna be good. All right. So be careful. It's not versatile. Now, great thing about this is I picked up basically all my mancera for at least 80, 90, 100, and up, even some like 120 or something. I saw online they're having for a lot of them like 60, 70. This one is about 80-ish. That is such a great deal. They give you 120 mil. If you're not familiar with this house, 120 mil. That's a it's a great bargain. The presentation, eye of the beholder is up to you, but I really enjoy the round bottle. It looks good, easy to spray. Spray are always top notch, no complaint at all. The magnetic cap, some of them has magnetic cap. It holds very well. I enjoy both, screw cap, magnetic cap. It's pretty good. All right. And they give you a little pouch when you I don't have any use for that. Oh, what I do was whenever I bring my fragrance, I'll use a pouch to carry it so it doesn't get scratched. So it's not useless. I think that was the intention. So it's like a traveling bag pouch to protect your mancera. Okay, and I use that for other fragrances too. So as I said, anything else I'm missing? For sure, it's manly. Yeah, if a lady wore this, I think it'd be a far stretch for ladies. Okay, it's a very manly type of scent. It's not suitable for school or meetings or situations like that. But you know what? I always say we wear fragrance for different reasons. Some of them you wear to impress others. Some of them you wear just to enjoy it because you enjoy that interesting type of smell. This is one of those interesting type of smell that I reach for. To be honest, I wear fragrance mostly for myself. Like 80% of the time, I wear for myself, and I'll avoid wearing out those more artistic things that will bother other people. I wear for myself, but I don't want to bother other people, right? So, because you kind of get used to, if people compliment you, it feels nice, but you kind of get used to it, and I don't care about that. I'd rather wear some that I enjoy. Anyway, with that said, wear it for yourself. This is one of those. But if you were around fragrance hobbyists, enthusiasts, I think they're gonna enjoy this. This is one of the more interesting, fun things. All right, longevity is a killer, without doubt. At least 8 hours and plus, 8 hours plus. I sprayed it the night before, next day still on my skin, very very good. I stay on my shirt for a couple of days. This is a beast, and it's a good beast. I like this beast, so I don't want to tame it. Just let it go rough and tumble. Okay, I hope that is helpful though. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, I bought my bottle is a screw top, so I had it for at least 2 years before the pandemic, so at least 2.5 years. So if you have recent formulation, maybe with a magnetic cap, about the performance, longevity, please let me know. I'll be interested to know how it's holding up. Okay, if you could pick up a low price around under 80, it's a steal. Well, okay, it's a good bargain. I hope that is helpful. As always, see you in a couple of days.